What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to No Holds Barred Wrestling Podcast, the podcast where we have two live podcasts a week, one on Thursday night, The Lowdown Show, and one on Sunday night, The Sunday Night Heat. With me, yourself, truly, Kyle Masters. But today is none of those shows. We're here with the Wrestlemania 32 review. Holy crap, last night was insane. I am here with my co-host, as always, Mr. Corporate himself, the boss, Corporate Cappy.
Yep, the boss.
Yep, this is a different format this week, guys, as Corporate Cappy and I couldn't get together today. So we are trying this out on Twitch, believe it or not. It is up on Twitch, and right now all you see is a 2K16 screen. So basically that's how we're going to do this show today, is by Twitch. It's different. Something new for No Holds Barred.
We're trying to new things, you know?
Yeah. Just to let everyone know that I tune into this Thursday's podcast of The Lowdown Show. It will be our 2-year anniversary. 2 years for No Holds Barred. Insane.
Yep.
But enough of that, guys. Let's get right into WrestleMania last night, and holy crap, it lived up to the expectations. As the last couple of months, we actually thought it was going to be shit. Like, we thought it was going to be terrible because of the lack of roster. But with the lack of roster, They actually did a really good job. I loved it. And I heard
they actually added some. They had some surprise things happen, so people came out. So.
I mean, there's a lot of like chatter over Twitter, people hating it. I'm like, what is wrong with you people? That was great. I honestly thought everything about this WrestleMania was awesome. I mean, some of the match.
It was the best they could have done with the circumstances.
Basically, and with they broke a record of 101,000 people. That is huge for WWE. That's massive.
Yep.
So let's get into the kickoff show. We started out with Ryback versus Kalisto. Basically, has like half the fans were not even in the arena yet.
No, because it started at like 6 o'clock.
Yeah, they had Ryback versus 5:45 when this match started. Kalisto versus Ryback for the United States Championship. It was basically what we came to expect, sort of. I mean, we both thought Ryback was going to come out with the win with this one.
No, I didn't. I picked Kalisto.
Oh, you picked Kalisto? Okay, you did. I picked Ryback. I thought it was going to literally be like a squash, and then, he wins the U.S. title. But no, he ends up winning with this cool setup for the Selena Del Sol off the ropes. I thought was pretty cool. But the way Kalisto did it, I didn't like, man. This guy's a face, and he ripped the turnbuckle off. He ripped it off, and then...
I think it was Ryback.
No. He ripped it off. You can clearly see Kalisto grabbing it and hucking it. And then he gets tripped by Ryback, and it just... Ryback gets tripped by Kalisto, and then he goes right into that.
Ryback's fault for being an idiot.
No, this was a face or a heel tactic from a face. Again, this is not the first time it's happened from the Lucha Dragons. Okay, and then we get Kalisto retaining the title. But you know what? Good for Kalisto. Like, this guy is a well-deserved U.S. champion. I mean, I'll give him that. Yep. I mean, I'm kind of a little sour that I didn't get my pick right there, but we'll get into my unreal pick later on in the show. Going into the second kickoff match, guys, we had Team Total Divas of Brie Bella, Paige, Eva Marie, Alicia Fox, and Natalya versus Team Bad and Blonde of Lana, Team Bad Naomi and Tamina Snuka, Summer Rae, and Emma.
Before the match, can we just talk about Lana's attire?
Oh my God. If you guys, I mean, I can't say if you guys didn't see it, because I'm assuming all of you watched WrestleMania, maybe a little bit of pre-show, but if you missed the pre-show, go take a look at Lana's attire. We were speechless. At least that's what I can say. We were speechless. I mean, I was speechless for seeing my girl Paige there, but I mean, Lana.
As JR would say, good thing Coach is wearing dark pants.
That's a good thing I was wearing dark pants. Damn. Lana, man. Wow. If that's going to be her future ring attire, yes, please. Yes, please.
All right. It was better than probably the match, to be honest with you.
But there was a lot of points where Eva Marie tried to show that she was a good wrestler. I mean, she pulled off like a couple suplexes and stuff, but it's like, no, Marie, cut the shit. We know you're bad, so don't even try. Lana had a cool bicycle kick on Paige. I mean, it was on Paige, but she's got some talent. Lana's got some talent behind that fine attire of hers.
Yeah, looks like she's been working in the performance center. So
yeah, but my girl Paige was in this. Love it. I know she couldn't pick up the victory. I know they gave it to Brie because it was basically her retirement match, and they let her get the pinfall and everything. So you know what? Good for Team Total Divas, and good for Brie Bella. Congratulations to her, and thank you, Brie Bella, for everything you've done for this company. And I wish you and Daniel Bryan well in your future endeavors.
I expect her to do a retirement tonight or some sort.
Probably going to be tonight on Raw. It definitely is.
It was a pretty bad match, though.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was what we came to expect out of the Total Divas match. Like, what else are we gonna expect out of that match like that? But anyways, guys, moving on. Before the third pre-show match, we had a huge announcement from Lita in the ring. Basically,
of course, this is when I went to get the fucking pizza.
Yeah, this was at the time where Corporate Cappy here went to go get the pizza for us. Lita was in the ring talking about the future of the Divas division, or Women's division as it should be called, and I love it. Basically, she's naming all these past women who've paved the way for WWE today, and Lita puts over the tag team match later on in the night, and Lita basically calls Sasha, Charlotte, and Becky the standard bearers for today's women wrestling. Lita then announces the winner of the triple threat match will be the first ever WWE Women's Champion. In a way, I don't understand that. I don't know why they put first ever, because there was a women's title before. So I'm not sure what that meant.
I guess it was like with the old Undisputed, remember when they...
Yeah, I guess so.
And they said the first...
So they trashed the Divas title. So this was the last match ever. Thank God that butterfly crap
no more
title.
Butterfly title. Yep.
And then Lita reveals the beautiful, I mean stunning, new Women's Championship. And if you guys haven't seen it, Google it. It's freaking everywhere, and it's circulating all over Twitter right now. Oh my God, this thing is mint. It's what a title should be. Look like, It should look like a garbage Toys R Us toy belt from Toys R Us. It should look exactly like this, and it's beyond beautiful. So the winner of the triple threat match in the Divas match we'll get into later wins this new title, and it's awesome. So getting into that third kickoff match, the Usos versus the Dudleys, wasn't exciting at all.
Terrible.
I thought that was pretty bad.
1 out of 5. Yeah,
basically. I just didn't care for it. We were basically concentrated on the pizza and just waiting for the show to start. The Usos win, and they the Dudleys bring out the table, teasing like they were going to put the Usos through the tables, and of course they brought out 2, so you're like, okay. That was so obvious. Okay, the Dudleys usually bring out 1 table, they're bringing out 2. Gee, I wonder what's going to happen. The way they set it up, you're like, oh, okay, the Usos are reversing this, going to put the Dudleys on the table and then go and splash through it, and basically that's what they did, even though the crowd booed the hell out of the Usos. They wanted the Dudleys to do it.
The Roman Reigns factor, too.
Yep. The Usos won, so enough of that. But getting into the first match of the main card of WrestleMania 32, we had the 7-man ladder match. As you can see on the screen right now on Twitch, it is not 7-man because the game won't allow me to do 7-man. So I have 6 on there, and Stardust is not there because I think he's irrelevant as hell. So that's why I didn't put him on the screen here. Getting into the match, we have Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn versus Dolph Ziggler, Stardust, Zack Ryder, Sin Cara, and The Miz. And this was actually a crazy match. I loved it. It lived up to the expectations for this match. Yeah, a lot of good spots all around in this match. And my bold-ass prediction came true, Corporate Cappy. What did I say in the predictions video? I predicted this.
Talk about it.
This was pick of the year. My boy Zack Ryder gets the title and gets it done just like I said it would. Woo!
I can't believe that. It should have been Miz until he acted like an idiot at the end, and then he was all standing on the ladder.
Yeah, my boy Zack Ryder, well-deserved championship one.
But he also beat your boy Kevin Owens, though.
Yeah, I know.
Kevin Owens doesn't have a title.
But you know what? He's got a good feud going with Sami Zayn, so I'm intrigued for that feud.
What about that spot that Sami Zayn knocked Owens out of the match with?
Oh my God. That was like I don't remember what the name for that suplex was. But this is a great suplex, guys. Go look back at it where he does like a back suplex onto the ladder, and Kevin Owens' head lands directly on top of the ladder.
Yeah, he's literally laying in the ladder.
Yeah, his head inside the ladder, in a hole, kind of. He's just lying there dead. I'm like, well, that's it for Kevin Owens. But this was a great match. I loved it. A lot of good spots everywhere. They even had the typical breaking the ladder spot where Sin Cara basically fell on top of Miz and it broke the ladder in half.
Oh, it's Stardust.
Stardust, yeah. So, it was a pretty good match, and good for my boy Zack Ryder.
Yep.
I know he's probably going to lose a title maybe tonight on Raw or sometime soon, but you know what? He got his WrestleMania moment. This guy is, basically,
I wouldn't even imagine a year ago if you would have told me that he would have won an IC title ladder match, I would have said you were crazy.
I
said you were crazy last week, but
good for Zack Ryder, man. The shit this guy's gone through his entire career of getting jobbed all the time. Like, he got like a good U.S. title run, and they jobbed him, and then they basically forgot about him. So he got back to the gym and got bigger. Like, he looked good out there. So you know what?
He did. So,
props to Zack Ryder.
And I'm guessing this sets up a Zayn versus Owens feud at some point, which I'm sure
loving that.
Happen.
I'm loving that. That feud's gonna be so freaking good. Both those guys are exceptional pieces of talent. So, moving on to the next match, this was surprisingly early. I thought this was gonna be later in the card, but we had Chris Jericho versus AJ Styles.
Yep.
You know what? This was good, and I thought this would be one of the matches of the night. I really enjoyed this match, and it took us with a big swerve at the end. Everything was pulled off in this match. Every one of their signature moves, their finishers, even the Styles Clash, which I thought would happen in some way, even though it wasn't the ending of the match. It happened. We finally saw a Styles Clash. I mean, WWE doesn't like that move for some reason, but you know, that's WWE. But this is a great match. I liked it. I can't really think of a specific spot than the Styles Clash, but both these guys literally put it all out on the line for their final matchup, it looks like.
Yeah, they did each other's finishers as well.
Yeah. We saw a brainbuster by Styles, which was pretty cool. Like, you don't see brainbusters anymore either. So, like, there's a lot of moves in here that were pulled off. Like we said, we thought there were going to be moves that we haven't seen before from these guys, and we definitely saw them all in this match.
Yeah, we definitely saw something different.
Yeah,
Jericho tried to do the Styles Clash.
Yep. And he failed. I knew for a second I thought he was gonna pull it off though. I'm like, oh shit.
And then how the fuck does he kick out of the Styles Clash?
Yeah, how do you kick out of that? Even a brain buster. How do you kick out of these things? It's just nuts. But Styles sets up for the phenomenal forearm, but Jericho countered it into like an awkward code breaker. It was like his stomach. So it was really kind of botched. But then Chris Jericho picks up the victory, even though all of us picked AJ Styles.
Why
Chris Jericho
wins. Chris Jericho win this match?
Why
would you
I have a theory.
AJ
maybe
Styles like this.
I kind of have a theory that maybe this is going to play something into the Shins. I can't say his name right. I got taught how to say his name last night, Nakamura. I don't really remember how to say his first name. It's like Shinsuke or Shinsuke Nakamura. But I think it has something to do with that and the setup for this match. So I think it's going to have something to play into that. But yeah, great match. You know what?
They're teasing it with the Twitter battle.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that match. That was definitely a WrestleMania type match for sure.
It was good, but there's no way AJ Styles should have lost that match. Though.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah, that's definitely an argument you can put there.
Whatsoever.
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
That should be on your Sunday Night Heat podcast next week. It didn't make sense.
You know what? It might would. This Sunday Night Heat's podcast is going to be huge because there's going to be lots of stuff talking about from WrestleMania, probably Raw and probably SmackDown this week. So we'll see. Moving into the next match, guys, we have the New Day versus the League of Nations. Wow.
The lads, baby.
The entrance
what
of
about
the New Day.
Yeah.
That was
expected like a unicorn, but it was better.
A fucking huge box of bootios that they tipped over on itself. All the cereal spills out, and they coming out. The New Day comes out in an Dragon Ball Z attire, like Saiyan attire. Yeah. That's awesome. That was so well done. The New Day are so over with the WrestleMania crowd too. They're getting huge pop. So these guys are definitely the ultimate baby faces now. But this was a good match. I really liked it.
Yeah, Barrett was the one that didn't wrestle.
So it ended up being 3-on-3 instead of handicap. So it's a 6-man tag team match, and Barrett didn't wrestle, of course, because he's not going to wrestle ever. It's a really good match back and forth. Like, there's a lot of good moves from both teams back and forth. There's a lot of moments at the end where we thought one team was going to win and the other was going to win, so it was really crazy. But the League of Nations pick up the victory.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
But I tell you, don't go against the lads. Told you.
That swerved me. You were the only one to pick out of our group of friends that to pick League of Nations. That was nuts. That was a good seer pick right there.
Why were you shocked that I picked?
I know I wouldn't be shocked because you had your boy Del Rio in there. But good for you. Good for you on that pick, man.
I'll
congratulate you on that.
It was a non-title match, so it makes sense.
Yeah. After the match, though,
maybe I would have picked differently.
We had a WrestleMania moment after the match. I thought this was awesome. After the match, Barrett gets on the mic saying there's no trio that can beat the League of Nations. And out comes Shawn Michaels in ring attire. Yeah. Oh my God. I thought he was going to come out in like maybe his jeans and his like, I don't know, one of those shirts he always wears. But he was in ring attire. And then out comes Mick Foley. And then Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh, man.
Wow. What a pop.
What a trio for the... Oh, they got the mat. That's probably pop of the night right there.
Yeah.
Of course, though, it's in Texas. So the trio heads to the ring, and they start beating up on League of Nations, giving the finishers to everybody. And then New Day starts coming in the ring to dance with the trio. I mean, we had Shawn Michaels
they did not look impressed whatsoever.
Yeah. But Mick Foley got into it.
At Woods like, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, Mick Foley got into it, and HBK tried to do a... what are those? A twerk, and then we had Xavier was trying to get Stone Cold to dance, but he was like, no, I drink beer, I drink Steel Washers, and then I love Michael, and he just gives Xavier Woods a stunner. That was hilarious, and then everyone drinks beer and celebrates. So that was a really cool WrestleMania moment, and I'm glad to see. That was great to see Shawn Michaels back at Ring Beer and Swin Shen Music, where we saw Mr. Sacco and the stunner. So stunner twice.
Yep.
So
and then like I don't know why Kofi and Big E didn't get stunned, but they kind of just like went to Woods' aid after that. Like it was weird.
That was pretty funny. I loved it. That was a great WrestleMania moment. I loved it. But moving on to the next match, guys, we have the street fight between Dean Ambrose and Brock Lesnar. One thing I want to say about this match, it did not live up to the expectation. I thought I
expected them to go around the arena. Like I wanted more.
I thought it was gonna be more brutal. Like there was not there were weapons, but there was no like hardcore factor. They could have just left this match called a no disqualification. That wasn't a street fight. That was terrible.
And he didn't even get Barbie out there.
No, he didn't use Barbie at all. He could have used it on like his thigh or something where like his pants are, or take like a head bump. Like Brock Lesnar could took a head bump on it. He probably could have purposely cut himself open.
Lesnar probably would have wanted him to hit him.
Yeah, but it didn't happen. We didn't see Barbie. The chainsaw was unaffected like we predicted, and nothing. There was the one moment where he threw like 1,000,000 chairs into the ring, and then after that, like what? Like he hit him in the head or hit him on the back in the chair a couple of times. There was a couple suplexes and F5 on. Yeah, the F5 on the pile of chairs was the ending of this match. It didn't feel like a WrestleMania match. It was bad. Like
it felt like a match I expected at TLC.
A regular pay-per-view match. It wasn't. They did a bad job with this match. Bottom line.
I was disappointed. I think we were expecting too much from this match, but
yeah. I think the only funny part came when as Brock Lesnar was leaving, he took the fire extinguisher and sprayed at Dean Ambrose and then tucked it into the ring after.
Yeah,
that's probably the most entertaining part of that entire match, and that's sad because
if anybody actually picked Ambrose to win, I don't know what you were thinking, but
yeah, Lesnar basically squashed him. That was basically a squash.
Yeah.
So I feel bad for Ambrose, man. The year he's had, and like how over he gets with the crowd, and he gets jobbed at WrestleMania by Brock Lesnar.
But I mean, it's Brock Lesnar though. At least it's a good opponent. At least he didn't lose to like some fuckboy. But
yeah, I agree. So moving on, guys, to a match where I was probably the most highly anticipated match of the night for myself. The promo they did for this match, I had goosebumps. Like, my arms the hairs were standing on end. The production team for this promo, unfreaking believable. And I'm talking about the triple threat.
The match was good.
Yeah, the triple threat match for the new Women's Championship. Becky Lynch, Charlotte, and the boss, Sasha Banks. This was so good.
What a match for the new title too! If they're redoing the women's division, that was a really good start.
And guess what? Just like we predicted, this was match of the night. 100% putting my hand down. This was match of the night.
I mean, I have a biased pick.
Yeah, you were disappointed in the outcome of the match, but if Sasha Banks won the match, that was great. That was the This is what women's wrestling should be, and if it looks like it's what it's going to be, this is awesome.
They should be on the same level with the men. There's no reason why they shouldn't be. This isn't
and I love
the 70s anymore.
Yeah, I love now what Michael Cole said. They're now being referred to as super. Yeah, I love Michael. He said this. They're now being referred to as superstars, so they're in the same category as everybody. This is awesome. Why did it take them so long to do this? And I know what the answer is.
AJ Lee, man.
I know, and I know what the answer is. I know why it took so long. It's because it needed something big to hit WWE in the face, like these three divas right here.
The four horsewomen. I'm still waiting for Bayley too.
And what looks like she's gonna be called up soon. So it's this is what we needed. I'm just so happy. Like I'm ecstatic at what the Divas division is going into right now. Or women's division, women's.
I'm excited for all of them, to be honest with you. Like I'm like how far that they've come with that division. Into the match show,
I mean, each one of these divas had a credible entrance. We had Becky Lynch with her typical steampunk entrance. She had a lot of steam. I guess that's mainly it. She had a weird gear attire. You know, I'm not into the steampunk thing, so good for her, I guess.
We'll have to ask No Self-Fill at some point.
Yeah. Sasha Banks' entrance. Amazing.
Wow.
Amazing. How did she not win? I couldn't believe that. She had
spoiled it, but
she had the singer. Spoiled it. I'm sure everyone's seen WrestleMania. The song, the girl that sings her theme song come out with Snoop Dogg putting in his own rap line into it.
Oh my
God. That was so good. Before even Sasha came out, I was already having goosebumps.
Yep. And she had the Eddie Guerrero tights.
Man. When she came out and she had the exact, basically paying homage attire to when Eddie Guerrero won his title at No Way Out 2002. It's the same kind of attire. He wore the same boots, the same color tights with the same color logos and stuff on the side, paying homage to her favorite wrestler growing up. And it's just... I can't believe that entrance was so good with the pedals, confetti everywhere, and it was so good. Like I honestly thought this was the best entrance I've ever seen. Like it was awesome, and she got led down the ring by Snoop Dogg, her cousin, I believe.
Yep.
Man, just I was insane, and then Charlotte came out. Charlotte's attire was pretty cool. I'll admit Charlotte's attire was awesome because her robe was made of bits and pieces from the actual robe that Ric Flair was wearing in his retirement match. So that was interesting.
And it had like the same kind of robe, the way like she held it up.
Yep,
and then Flair had.
The pyro was pretty cool. I mean, I didn't like Charlotte in this match, but I'm just saying like her pyro was really cool. But yeah, Charlotte wins the match for some reason. Because fucking Ric Flair.
She won dirty.
Yeah, because Ric Flair is holding Sasha to go in to break up the figure eight. I'm like, you really ended the women's match like that? Oh,
I know, it sucked, but it was like all the spots that they were able to pull off, three of them. Like there were points in the match where you thought any three had a chance at winning.
But setting that aside, though, this match was just amazing. Match of the night, I give it 4.5 stars. That was just so good. But moving on, guys.
Yeah, I mean, yep.
Yep, we'll have to move on here.
Sorry. Yeah,
it's all good. We're a little short on time today.
I could talk about Sasha in the Divas division for like an hour, but we don't have time today.
We should do a one podcast time talking about the entire Divas division.
Oh,
that'd be cool.
That. Fuck.
Yeah. We'll think about it. We'll see. Yeah. We'll see. Moving on, guys, to the Undertaker and Shane McMahon Hell in a Cell match. Wow. That was interesting. I mean, there's a lot of brawling in the beginning. I like Shane McMahon's entrance, though, to point out first, with all the Shane bills raining everywhere.
And Taker's entrance coming out.
Yeah, and his kids coming out to do the Shane McMahon dance.
Yep.
And then Taker coming out to his generic entrance as well. But, entrances aside, this match was, it lived up to what I thought this match was going to be like. I didn't think there was going to be too much awe in this match like Undertaker's previous matches. It was just going to be, brutal. Like, there's going to be the one big spot, a couple crazy spots here and there, and then end of the match. And it was. The beginning match is just them brawling, because these guys have both MMA backgrounds, so, it's going to be a brawl in the beginning. Then they finally led to the outside of the ring. Shane used the weapons a couple of times.
Grabbed, No, he grabbed like the bolt cutters or
Oh yeah, the
whatever.
bolt cutters, and he clamped the cage side down and
Cell open.
oh
Yep.
man, and then like Undertaker like basically like power slammed him through it,
yeah.
and then right on top of the announce
Look-
table.
It looked like Shane hit his head off the back of the announce table at first, but
Yeah, we were scared a little bit, and after a couple of replays, we saw it was his back. And then they're battling on the outside. They clear 2 announce tables, and we're like, oh shit, we already know where one of these tables are gonna go. But they do the other one first, where they climb on like this little platform thing, and it looks like Undertaker's gonna try to do the tombstone, like a jumping tombstone onto the table. But Shane reverses it into a rear naked choke, and I'm like, oh man. And then basically Undertaker just jumps backwards and lands on the table, and that was crazy.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah, he kind of just fell back because he couldn't get out of the hold, so he just said fuck it and jumped.
Even that spot alone, that was pretty intense.
Yeah, that was
like,
good.
Like especially for both these guys and their age, like it's a crazy spot to pull off. And then
Shane with some more brutal freaking shots with the monitor to the head.
Yeah, the Undertaker's head. He loves using that monitor. Like I don't know what Shane's deal is with using this monitor and smacking Taker over the head with, but yeah, I mean, we know what was coming next.
What happened afterwards? It was just wow.
I was speechless. So we know where Shane's going. He climbs up to the top of that 50 freaking foot high cell, and he does the leap of faith jump. But Taker runs out of the way. Taker jumped out of the way, so it's just Shane falling through an announce table.
Shane just lands right in the middle of the announce table.
Oh, man. You guys got to remember, there's no padding here. This is just table, and then the padding for the cement, which is not soft or doesn't give at all. So that he's basically jumping 50 feet to the ground. Like, this is intense. Only 2 people have ever done this before and survived. And that's now Shane and Mick Foley. Like, God, I was stunned.
What a spot. The crowd went ballistic.
And there were points before this match and a couple days before, like people were like, no, they're not going to do it. They can't do it. Like, this is PG. Like, they're not going to pull a spot like that. And oh my God, they did it. They did it.
Everyone thought Shane was dead.
Yeah. And then basically Taker just brings him back in the ring to finish it off, gives him the tombstone, and God, Shane McMahon loses. Yeah. So now it just brings up the questions. Like, I think people were just so stunned they completely forgot that like now Shane can't control Raw. They're just so stunned at what he did.
Off now.
Like now it's a day after, people are like, oh shit, now like, he's not controlling Raw.
Shane
now.
got carried out on a stretcher, so I don't even know if he's going to be on tonight.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Or maybe he will. Maybe they'll talk like he's still in the hospital and he'll appear on Raw like at the end of it.
Yeah, come
something
out
like that.
The classic come out of the ambulance spot.
Yeah, like Dean Ambrose did a couple weeks ago. He's gonna pull a Dean Ambrose.
Takes off his neck brace.
Yeah, crazy match.
Yep.
Moving on to the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. It's so late into the show. Wow. This was a cool-down match. We had a lot of superstars in the ring to start. Then we did some typical entrance ones before. We had the Big Show. Then we had DDP.
DDP, baby.
Isn't it? And
then, I like it. I like DDP.
Yeah, me too. But then there was an entrance where I'm like, are they really
what
doing
about
this?
Hall of Pain? Mark Henry got an entrance.
Okay, yeah. Hall of Pain was there too, and we thought he was getting pulled. And he got a huge pop from the Texas crowd because he's from Silsbee, Texas. But then we get Shaq. Are you kidding me?
What the fuck was this?
Why is Shaquille O'Neal in the... What? I'm saving that for Sunday.
You want to make this prestigious. You want to make this prestigious.
I can't talk anymore about that because it's going to ruin my Sunday Night Heat podcast, so I'm going to move on from that.
What about
Tatanka? Tatanka, yeah. Tatanka's in it. Where the hell is he? Why is Tatanka in here?
They probably just said, we're just going to throw some random ass guy in here.
Yeah, then we also had another random ass guy we didn't even know was in it. Baron Corbin, my boy Baron Corbin from NXT. I've been following this guy. I know, I've been following him.
Last while.
I've been following this guy for a year now, and he's incredible. He's become my favorite in NXT, and it looks like he's going to get his shot because he ends up winning this thing. Baron Corbin
Kane to win it.
Wins the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Not Big Show trying to become the 2-time champ. Thank God.
No, Big Show and Shaq kind of just got thrown out at the same time.
Yeah, by everybody. Well, which I'm glad Shaq didn't win, or else I would have just called that huge trophy a joke. But yeah, man, it sucked that Darren Young eliminated Mark Henry. That was kind of weird.
That's bullshit.
Really? Maybe he should have been like a big guy. But Baron Corbin, this guy, I'm telling you right now, remember this podcast, ladies and gentlemen. This guy's going to be huge in this company. He's going to get a big push. I'm telling you right now. This is going to be exactly probably like my Cesaro prediction. It didn't happen, but I'm calling it right now. Baron Corbin is going to get a huge push by WWE.
Baron Corbin.
Yep, he wins the
Good
Andre
for
the
him,
Giant
man.
Royal Battle Royal.
Nobody saw that one coming.
No, I didn't even see that coming because I didn't even know he was in the match. Actually, you know what? If I knew he was in the match, I probably would have picked him.
I know, but like he wasn't even on the NXT Takeover.
I know.
Show. Like, what
I know.
The fuck?
It's interesting.
Wow.
I think he's getting called up. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I love it, Michael. I love it.
Yep. You had a couple good, happy results for this show.
Moving into the main event. Actually, no, we can't take a move to the main event because something happened before that. We had our boy The Rock finally appear in the show because we were wondering when this guy was gonna show up, and he showed up. He shows up like making his entrance. Yeah, there's this little sign thing he did on the stage with the I don't know what the hell the point of the flamethrower was. That was just
he had like a blowtorch.
That was just waste. That was just a waste. I don't even want to talk about it. It was just a waste.
Blowtorch.
I don't even want to talk about it. Okay, so he gets in the ring. He gives the attendance record. He's getting the crowd hyped and all that. And then the Wyatts interrupt. Ooh. The Wyatts making an appearance. I didn't think at this point, I'm like, wow, the Wyatts are not even going to be at WrestleMania. So they make their way to the ring. The Rock can do what he does. We basically had Bray Wyatt talking to the Rock in his whatever language that is.
He was basically saying like how what you stand for is a lie.
Yeah,
it's not real.
Yeah, it's just in like typical Bray Wyatt talk. And then we had the Rock talk back to Bray Wyatt and ripping him
just
apart.
Like ripping them apart.
Yeah, just one by one, just ripping them. I can't remember some of the jokes, but they're just really, really funny. It's insane.
He called him the eater of worlds, and then he said the eater of something else.
He's gonna go to Cracker Barrel and have some chicken waffles. God, he says like Rocco said like Rowan's parents are related.
Oh my God, yeah, that was funny.
And like Strowman was breastfeeded since he was 26 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, great spots, and then obviously they. Oh no! First, the match. What the hell was?
Okay, wait, hold on.
A match?
So like, The Rock basically says that like Bray Wyatt says that he's gonna kick a door down. So like, basically, Rock says to bring it, and basically he takes off his shirt, and he's in his ring gear. It's under his pants. He's in his ring gear. I'm like, holy shit, we're gonna see a Rock match, and he's got his elbow pads hidden in his trunks. I'm like, wow, this guy hit it. Wow, that was great. I couldn't believe this. So like, there was a match. So the referee got a ring. I'm like, oh my God, we're gonna see a Rock match, and in 6 seconds, Rock bottom to Eric Rowan. It's over.
Of course, Eric Rowan gets jobbed.
It beats the WrestleMania record. It beats Sheamus' record against Daniel Bryan of 8 seconds. I can't believe that.
I think they wanted Daniel Bryan out of the record book for that.
God. Oh, man. So, yeah, Eric Rowan loses in 6 seconds. So, like, after the match, all 3 members of the Wyatt family surround the ring, and then out comes...
I left.
Literally, Corporate Cappy stood up and left the room because John Cena comes out to huge John Cena sucks chance. And I love it because he loves it too. John Cena hits the ring and he's back.
God.
Him and The Rock team up and beat the crap out of all the Wyatts, hitting all their finishers, and then ending the segment with The Rock saying, "If you smell," with John Cena, and then they go off. Wow.
I really don't even have anything to say for this fucking segment. I want to puke. I want to throw up.
Setting that aside, I thought it was awesome, man. Another WrestleMania moment. Another thing to add to this already packed WrestleMania. Like, that was great. That was iconic. I loved it.
I love seeing The Rock, but then when that music hit,
I know it. Yeah, I know. And then you have Cena there, but it just is a great. It's great, man. But moving on, guys, to the main event, the Triple H and Roman Reigns match for the World Heavyweight title.
I think the best part of this match was the entrances.
Yeah, that was it. This was a snooze fest. Our friend was asleep during this match. He fell asleep during this match.
WWE,
there is no anticipation for it. when someone falls asleep at your WrestleMania party during this match.
Yep.
I have nothing to say.
And you have it as your main event.
Literally, this match was exactly how I thought was going to happen. There's going to be a lot of close moments. Shit. There's going to be extremely a lot of close moments, even where at a point where Triple H is going to win. That was my pick. And Triple H didn't win. Roman Reigns wins the World Heavyweight
How about
Championship.
Steph getting speared? That was probably the best part of the match.
That was probably, you know what? That was probably the only best part of the match was Triple H getting out of the way and Steph McMahon getting speared to shit.
Yep.
By
and then
Roman
Steph's
Reigns.
Barely moving, and Triple H is like, "Pass me the sledgehammer," and like she's like barely like moving, just pass him the sledgehammer.
And a reversal.
And then, he gets bodied by the spear. Yep.
Yeah, and that's it. Roman Reigns is our new World Heavyweight Champion, and it's going to be interesting to see where they go from here, man. It's literally going to be really interesting.
I really hope they turn him heel on after this.
Yeah,
like, I'm hoping
they have to.
Happens tonight.
We'll have to see. But like this match again, this wasn't. You guys ruined the whole main event WWE. Like this was really like it was so predictable. It felt like the crowd was asleep. Like the main event's supposed to be like exciting and like everyone getting into it and like leaving like on a happy note. The crowd left on a piss note.
Yeah. I mean,
I can't believe they did that.
It was a good WrestleMania. It went from great to good with the last match. Like it just dropped down like a notch.
After the Divas match, it was like, yeah.
That should have been the main event. If they would have had a clean finish, that would be unbelievable. But that match was predictable as shit. No swerve happened. No one came out.
Yeah, no Vince, nothing. Like there was nothing happening. Vince didn't come out for anything, which everyone thought Vince was going to come out for at least something. He didn't.
Fuck, that match could have happened at Fastlane. Like honestly.
Yeah. I'm really disappointed in the main event. But that was it for WrestleMania, guys. I mean, I guess just like we said, it started off great and it ended good. We can't give it more. We can't give it more or less than that. It just ended good. But
hopefully 33 is going to be great next year.
Which we're going to. I cannot wait for that.
Yep. I'm
so pumped that we're going next year for WrestleMania 33. It's going to be a good one. And if there's any indication of what the rumored matches are, then it's going to be great. And so far the rumored matches are The Rock, Brock Lesnar, John Cena, Undertaker, and The Shield facing off each other for the WWE title. So Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose.
That'd be unbelievable, and hopefully a better ending to the main event.
And we'll see a great. Well, maybe we'll get a great women's title match as well. So I mean, I'm so pumped for next year's WrestleMania, and I can't believe we're going to be a part of that.
And I'm pumped for tonight's. Tonight's Raw should be really good.
Yeah,
too.
Tonight's Raw, guys. It's the Raw after WrestleMania. It's the greatest
great.
Raw of the year. They're hyping it so big right now on WWE.com.
Yep.
So. Other than that, guys, thanks for tuning in to the WrestleMania review video. Please go and check us out on Thursday nights live on Spreaker.com/NHBWP, where we do our live Thursday night podcast where we review Raw and SmackDown. We have our Twitter poll segment, and we also have our news segment. On Sunday, tune in to our Sunday podcast where it's just me, Kyle Masters, the Sunday Night Heat, where I talk about and rant about any topics going on in WWE in the present week that get me fired up and hopefully you guys out there fired up. As always, you can follow the podcast itself on Twitter at NoHoldsBarredWP. You can go over and like us on Facebook, and you can check us out on YouTube and subscribe to the channel and leave comments in any of the video sections, and we will answer them, guys. As always, I'm your host, Kyle Masters, the greatest host. You can follow me on Twitter at RealKyleMasters. And I'm always joined by my co-host, Mr. Corporate himself, the boss, Corporate Cappy.
You're the self-proclaimed greatest host. Let's get that right.
Yeah. You can follow him on Twitter at Corporate Cappy. So thanks.
Yeah, you gotta be corporate,
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and tune in on Thursday for our 2-year anniversary. That's it, y'all.